everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we are not doing any history lesson or geography lesson, no lessons at all. But we need to understand one thing. If you are going to be a part of the community, you need to understand your place in the community, right? So let's have a quick look at how the music community works. Most of you probably know this already, but those of you who don't, stick around and you might learn how you play an important role in making the music community what it is. Also, bear with my drawing skills. It's just whatever. Just imagine I'm making some amazing art and enjoy, okay? So there are three major components of the community. The first is the producers, and since it is easy to draw a little verb, let's draw a little verb that makes music. So this is our producer. So that's our number one component of the community. The second component is the promoters, of course. But what should I make? The promoters. I think let's make a vinyl. That should work. Is that how a vinyl looks? Yeah, I guess so. Let's imagine this is a vinyl, okay? And this is the promoter. Let's just make them plural so that everybody's included. So the first one is the producers who make the music, and the second one is the promoter, and the third component is the fans or the listeners who listen to these music produced by all these people. And what better of a listener than just ears? So yeah, that's the listeners, and this is our third component. If you are in the music community, you fall into one of these categories. And if there's anything else which is outside of this category, that probably fits into one of these. We'll talk about that. Now, why is all of these important? Why do you need to understand this? Because it's an entire system. It's a system where, without them, the producers, little burbs, these will not work. Because the music flows from the producers to the promoters. It also flows directly from the producers to the listeners, but that is much lesser than this amount, because this is the bigger flow of music, because they have more time, the promoters have more time and resources to put into spreading the music, getting the right music to the right people. Oh, this arrow sucks. But anyway, and the producers, their main job is to make music and not worry about the nitty-gritties of how to make it available on SoundCloud and Spotify and Last.fm or Beatport and all of these crazy number of platforms, and maybe 100 more that will come in the future, and all of the existing ones will cease to exist. So all of that burden is taken from this little burb and transferred here. So they make this producer's job easier. And the listeners, well, what do the listeners want? For example, I am a big listener. I listen to music all the time. And it would be amazing if somebody could create a personalized playlist just for my taste. You know, a lot of machine guns, a lot of gritty, nasty, I don't know, chanting and yeah, whatever. Personalized playlists. And nobody has time to create stuff for you, listener. But some people have, you know. That's why promoters play a crucial role. What promoters do is they take music from a lot of verbs, take this, filter it out, and send it to different listeners, because every listener is different, just like fingerprints. Every listener's tastes are different, every promoter's tastes are different. So essentially it's like a churning machine that takes all of this and sends it here. Now imagine if you removed, hang on, let me change the color. Imagine if one of these components are broken. For example, something happened and the verb is gone. What happens? Well, no more music. So what happens? This have nothing to give to the listeners. So the system is broken essentially. Because if there is no producer, what will you listen to? Now imagine the promoters are removed. Well, it will not disrupt the system as significantly as the producer's extinction. Promoter's extinction will not be as equally disruptive, at least right at the beginning, as a producer's extinction will. But imagine no more promoters. What happens then? The listeners will have to do all the work to either curate things from their producers, or I don't know, from different people, spend a ton of time doing all of that and essentially repeating the work, because so many people have playlists, their personal playlists that probably somebody else could enjoy, and it's just repeated work. So the promoters definitely play a major role in making the listener's life easier and the producer's life easier, because once this is gone, this communication, this has to be much stronger. Now imagine if the listeners are gone, what happens? Well, the promoters are also a kind of listener, but they're not an end product in itself, right? So this system breaks, because what happens if you are producing too much and there is nobody to consume that? What happens? I don't know. A pile of music that is lost forever. Nobody to appreciate. I think the verb will lose motivation, will die, and I don't know, will probably stop singing, broken singing. So yeah, every part of this thing is important. So who are you? Are you a producer, a promoter, or a listener? Whoever you are an important, very important part of the community. And if you would like to interact more with the community, there are a few resources that you can take advantage of. For example, let me get to this part and forget that that existed. Let's say interactions. How do you interact? There are many ways of interactions. For example, the verb has a social life because it's the 21st century verb, you know. The verb has a smartphone, and the verb takes selfies and such, makes music and such, and probably poses for stuff. So that's the thing. First thing, you can reach out to people on social media, right? Reach out to them, have a conversation, tell them how awesome their new EP is, tell them how awesome their new release is. The verb will be happy, the verb will thank you, the verb will make more amazing stuff if you tell them the last one was amazing. But don't flatter them just because I'm asking you to. Do it because you want to, do it because you enjoy their music. Be genuine. That's the most important thing. Be genuine in your communications, because people can tell when there is fake praise and when there is genuine praise. So be genuine. And the promoters, well, the promoters need to speak both ways. So let's say it's a gramophone. It has to work both ways. It's a gramophone? No. Say it's a mic. It has to talk both ways. The promoters also have social media. And the promoters also have Discord servers, they have Facebook groups, they have subreddits, they have SoundCloud profiles. Go stalk them in whatever way you can. Talk, interact. And the listeners, well, the listeners also have social media. And you can join the Discord server, share your art, listen to your music, share feedback. If you want somebody to know how awesome they are in their music or in their art or in whatever, tell them. Talk. That's all we need. We need interactions. This community thrives on interactions, because after all, we are all people. We are all people making stuff, consuming stuff, enjoying stuff. We are all people living a life. In White Eye's term, why live a vanilla life when you can go crazy? Do your part in the community. Be a hero. Be the person who starts a conversation. And I guarantee you, you'll feel much better. You'll feel included. You'll feel a part of the community. And talk to people. Bye-bye. Talk to me as well. Leave a comment in the comment section and I'll get back. And until next time, bye.